Hello friends, in previous tutorial, we saw a gallery of modification and navigation tools. In this tutorial, we will learn about paths and shape. You can create paths and shape, combine them in a variety of ways in InDesign. InDesign creates the following type of paths and shape: simple path and compound path. First of all, see simple path. Simple paths are the basic building block of compound path and shapes. They consist of one open and closed path, which may be self-interesting. Let us talk about compound path. Compound path consists of two or more simple paths that interact with or intercept each other. They are more basic than compound shapes and are recognized by all PostScript complement. Compound paths consist of two or more simple paths that interact with or intercept each other. They are more basic than compound shapes and are recognized by PostScript compliant application. Paths combined in a compound path act as one object and share attributes. Compound shapes consist of two or more paths. Compound paths, groups, blades, text outlines, text frames, or other shapes that interact with and intercept one another to create new editable shapes. Some compound shapes appear as compound paths, but their components path can be edited or a path by path basic or do not need to share attributes. This is the example of paths and shape. Here A is the example of three simple paths, or B is the example of compound path, and C is the example of compound shape. Let us talk about path. Our first question is, what is path? As you draw, you create a line called path. A path is made up of one or more straight or curved segments. A path can be closed or open with distant endpoint. Closed path, for example, circle, and open path, for example, wavy line. You change the shape of a path by dragging in anchor points. The direction points at the end of direction lines that appear at anchor points or the path segment itself. The beginning and end of each segment are marked by anchor point which work like pin holding a wire in place. This is the example of components of a path. Here A is selected endpoint, B is selected anchor point, C is unselected anchor points, D is curved path segment, E is direction line, F is direction point. Paths can have two kinds of anchor points, corner points and smooth points. You can draw a path using any combination of corner and smooth points. If you draw the wrong kind of point, you can always change it. This is the example of points on a path. A is 4 corner points, B is 4 smooth points, and C is combination of corner and smooth points. A corner point can connect any two straight or curved segments, while a smooth point always connects two curved segments. This is the example of corner point. A corner point can connect both straight segment and curved segment. What is stroke? A path's outline is called a stroke. A color or gradient applied to an open or closed path's interior area is called a fill. In InDesign, each path also displays center point which marks the center of the shape but is not part of the actual path. You can use this point to drag the path, to align the path with other elements, or to select all anchor points on the path. The center point is always visible. It cannot be hidden or deleted. About direction lines and direction points. When you select an anchor point that connect curved segments, the anchor points of the connecting segments display direction handles, which consist of direction lines that end in direction points. The angle and length of the direction lines determine the shape and size of the curved segments. Moving the direction points reshape the curves. Direction lines don't appear in the final output. This is the example of direction lines and direction points. After selecting an anchor point, direction lines appear on any curved segments connected by the anchor points. A smooth point always has a two-direction line which move together as a single straight unit. When you move a direction line on a smooth point, the curved segments on the both sides of the point are adjusted simultaneously, maintaining a continuous curve at that anchor point. In comparison, a corner point can have two, one, or no direction lines, depending on whether it joins two, one, or no curved segments, respectively. Corner point direction lines maintain the corner by using different angles. When you move a direction line on a corner point, only the curve on the same side of the point as the direction line is adjusted. This is the example of adjust direction lines. Adjusting direction lines on a smooth point is given as a left diagram and corner point is given in a right diagram. Direction lines are always tangent to the curve at the anchor points. The angle of each direction line determines the slope of the curve, and the length of each direction line determines the height or depth of the curve. This is the example of moving and resizing direction lines changes the slope of curves. Thank you. In next tutorial we will learn about transform panel.